did. I spoke, okay.
Okay. Okay, so let's look at what we will be covering today. Let me share my screen. And let me put, okay. Can you see what we're doing today? Everybody see the screen?
Yeah.
Yes, I can see just a little bit smaller.
It needs to be bigger? Okay, I'll make it bigger. No problem. Let's make it big. Okay, let's make it really big so you don't have a problem. Okay, there, you see it now?
Thank you.
Okay, that's what we will be doing today. Maureen reminded me of two problems from the 310 homework. The anchovies, Maureen, right? And then
Yeah.
one of them is anchovies problem. And then we'll do our homework that I assigned last week. How many did some of the homework from last week? Maureen,
I
you
did the one. I did the one that say, I did send an answer to you, Miss Barbara.
Yes, but what you sent me was from college prep.
Afterwards,
The one on the Monday.
afterwards, I found that one last night was so late.
No,
Oh
it's
my
okay. I'm glad you did it. I mean, you sent me the college prep, but you didn't try the one for the
So I
GED prep.
couldn't find it. I tried to find it in the
Okay. Well, I
then
sent you. You couldn't find
I
it.
found it too late because I did my
okay.
homework at work.
Okay.
So I found
All
it
right.
late.
Well, I sent you a packet of work because I know you have a problem of getting of your work. So I sent you a whole
Yeah.
packet of work. Okay. I put it in the mail, I think yesterday.
Well, I get them tomorrow.
Okay. So we will be doing, and then we'll do our homework, and we will be doing fractions, decimals, percents, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing decimals. And if we get to it, we may not, but we will do percent, like discount, increase, loss, profit. How do you calculate commission? So let's go to our homework that we left off last time. That's from March 10th. Now, Maureen, you did this one, right?
Which one?
Do you see the 310 up? Or
Yeah, I see. Yeah, 310.
Okay, so Maureen, read number 1. I know you did it because you asked me where was it, right?
And I had two problems from homework of 310.
Yes. Now read number 1 and tell me your answer.
I'm not seeing it, Miss
They don't have
Barbara.
it up.
Oh, you don't see it? Okay.
It
New
didn't come in.
share. New share. Okay. You see it now?
Oh yes. It's a
Yeah.
little bit
Okay.
small.
Okay. I'll make it bigger. You see the one 310?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see
All
it.
right. All right.
Yes,
Let me
yes.
make
They
it
got-
bigger. Let
okay.
me make it bigger. Okay. Here we go. All right, Maureen, read that one. Tell me how you solved it.
Okay, this
Good
morning.
afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Miss Barbara.
Hello,
I'll just log in.
Vanessa. We're just getting started. We had 2 problems left over from March 10th that Maureen reminded me of, and it was 2 problems, and she's reading the first one, and she will give us the answer. Go ahead, Maureen.
Okay, secondly, I have
Yes.
to do some homework for my other class, so I'll just log in, but I'm on. Just listen, I'll just listen.
Okay, Vanessa. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right, Maureen, read number 1 and tell me how you solved it.
Okay, this morning Miguel bought 1 pound anchovies. In order to eat with his family, he used 3/3 of a pound.
3/4. 3/4.
3/4 of a pound. How much does he have left in the refrigerator? I put 1/4.
And tell me how you got it.
I just said 1/4. I didn't write out nothing.
But you had a reason of saying 1/4.
Yeah,
So how did you get 1/4?
because I don't know.
What?
That's all I done. How I read it. I said he used 3/4 of a pound. How much does he have in the refrigerator? I said 1/4. I didn't work out
That's
nothing.
1 pound.
Yes, but Mercedes, how would she calculate to get 1/4?
number one sheet, 1 pound. So you divide the pound into 4 quarters, and
Yes, so
three
one
quarters,
pound would be equal to how many fourths?
4.
4, that's right. 1 pound equal 4/4 pounds,
Yes.
right? 4/4, 4/4 pounds. Since we're working in fourths, we put it in fourths. So Maureen, you
But
really took this.
I didn't do mine like that. I just figured it out of my brain.
Well, you figured it out with your brain, but you figured it out by subtracting 3/4 from 1/4.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Since you
what you
said
did. You didn't just pull the 1/4 out of the air.
Of
I
course I
mean,
did.
you meant the math, subtracted it from the 1/4, Maureen.
Mm.
3/4, you took the 4/4
mm-hmm.
minus the 3/4. You did a subtraction. I know it's better math, and you got 1/4. The thing with you, Maureen, you do things so much in meta math. You says, "Well, I don't know how I did it," but meta math, this is what you did. You didn't have to write it down. You knew that if we're dealing in fourths, a whole is 4/4, so you just subtracted the 3/4,
You
right?
have one leave.
And that's your answer. How much does he have left in the refrigerator? 1/4. Questions? That's the answer, 1/4. Okay, now let's go. So Maureen, continue to do what you're doing, but you're doing mental math, but that's what you did, mental math, because if it had been sevens, you would have used what, 7/7, right, Maureen?
Yeah.
Very
Okay,
okay.
all right. Now let's go to, okay, no, that's right, Mercedes, you're gonna do this next one. Let's put this on the next page, and then I'm gonna make it really big. And I want you to read it, Mercedes, and tell me what the answer. I'll give you a chance to do this one because you've got to get a least common denominator. Okay. Okay. Read that one, Mercedes.
Mary has 3/4 of a pound of what is gumdrop
Gumdrops.
and 5/8 of a pound of chocolates. How many pounds of candy does she have?
Now,
So
Mercedes, in words, how do you find the total amount of candy? Just tell me in words.
I would have to divide it. No, subtract.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I
How
think
many pounds of candy does she have? Tell me in words, if you have so much gumdrops and so much chocolates, how would you find the total of all of your candy?
let me see, 3/4 of a
No,
pound of
no, just tell me in words. I don't want to hear 3/4. I don't want to hear fractions. I want to just hear in words the gumdrops and the chocolates. What would you do to them mathematically?
I think I would have to divide and subtract if I'm thinking clearly.
How many pounds means a
We have to tell
total. What
You have to add.
operation do you do to get a total,
You have to
Mercedes?
add them.
add them together.
That's it. You've got to add them, Mercedes. No subtracting, no dividing. You've got two kinds of candy. And your question is really asking you, what do those amounts of candies add up to? That's an addition problem.
Yes.
Mercedes, you understand that? It's not subtraction. It's not
Okay.
division. It's addition. You're trying to get a total, right? So it's addition problem. So what are you adding here, Mercedes? Tell me what you're adding.
5/8 and plus 3/4.
That's it. Very good. You're adding 5/8 and 3/4. So let's just put that here. You're adding 5/8 plus 3/4. Now, remember, what did I tell you about adding fractions, Mercedes? What must be the same to add fractions?
The denom
That's
denominator.
right. Very good. You said it. The denominator, the bottom number. So I can't add these the way they are, right?
No, because they're different.
They're different. So what would I do? How could I convert them so they're the same?
Oh, this part I forgot.
Well, now this is math too, because if you have an 8 denominator and you have a 4 denominator, how are they
Find a number
related?
that you find a number that can both number go into. You find a number that both 8 and 4 can.
And what is that number?
We can use 16. We can use
What's your least common denominator?
8.
8. That's right. Your least common denominator, see how you figure that out, is equal to 8. So that means you want to make your 3/4 into 8s. 5/8 is already in 8s, right? So 3/4 is how many 8s?
3/4.
Yeah. 3/4 is equal to, I'll just put question mark over 8. You tell me what's in the question mark.
Say it again, Miss Barbara.
3/4 is equal to what over 8? Let me just put it as 3. Write it like this. Maybe it's clear when I put it as underline. Okay, equal. And I just put question mark. And at the bottom, let's see, this is a 4. And this is 8. Okay, so what I'm asking you, what goes in that question mark?
1, 1.
Okay, let me just bring that up so it's a little closer. Okay, now you said 1, right?
Yes.
Why did you say 1, Mercedes?
Because 3/4 you need one more to make one. Well, I think I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I'm doubtful right
Now
now.
remember, I'm talking equivalence here. 3/4 is something in 8. What is that something? What is that question mark?
1. I don't
Okay,
remember.
let me ask you again, Mercedes. To go from 4 to 8, what do? What operation?
Oh, yeah, you have to multiply.
You multiply. So what number do you multiply 4 by to get 8?
2.
2. So if you multiply 4 by 2 to get 8, you have to multiply 3 by 2. So what does that number become? 3 times 2. What's that equal to?
6.
6. Okay. You take the underline out so it's not confusing. No underline. Okay. Okay. So 3 times 2 is 6. So this will be equal to 6. That means the question mark is a 6. The one we didn't know, that's a 6. Got it?
Yes.
And to keep these equal, let me just state this again. To keep the 3/4 equal to something over 8, I have to multiply both the top number and the bottom number by the same number. So this is really 3 times 2, right? And the
Yes.
bottom is 4 times 2.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Got it?
Got it. Yes.
Okay, so 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. So we know now that 3/4 is equal to 6/8. So now I can take this 5/8 plus 3/4 and put my 3/4 as 6/8. Now you can add them because your denominators will be the same, right?
Okay.
Okay, so let's put that there and then you tell me what you get. So let me put that here. So I have 5/8 plus, now this is 6/8, right? Because we converted it. So the denominators are the same. Now we can add numerators. Now Mercedes, what is that equal to? What's 5/8 plus 6/8?
Um,
When the denominators are equal, you can add numerators. So just add those top numbers and put them over the denominator. So what do you get?
okay, I got 11,
11, very good. Over what?
8.
Over 8. That's your answer. 11 over 8. Now, if you wanted to make it a mixed number, what would it be? Mercedes.
You have to divide, like
You-
say,
That's right. So what would you get if you divide?
I'll get 1 and 1 up upon 8.
You'd get one.
1, oh, sorry,
You get
um,
one. And what's the fraction?
3
3. Very good. So that, and then you put that over the
up,
denominator.
yes,
Okay, so you'd have 11 over 8 that we call an improper fraction whenever the numerator is bigger than the denominator. And we have the mixed number. Now, I put both here because if this were multiple choice, we don't know whether the answer would be given in this format or this format. So I want you to know it as an improper fraction and know it as a mixed number.
okay.
Any questions, Mercedes? You got that one solved. Do you understand what you did?
Yes, thank you so much. Can I just write this up? I don't know if
Yeah,
you,
but I want you to, can you just tell me in your words, in your own words, what we did to add the 5/8 and the 3/4? What did we do?
um, what you,
Start from right here and tell me what did we do to get to here,
what you did was, you tried to have the same denominator,
right?
and then for you to get it, we look at 8 and we found that 2 times 4 make 8, so you have to find a number
Okay,
that that's 2 that can for you to get. So you use 2 to multiply 3 also,
okay.
and so you say 2, 3, 6,
Mhm.
and that's is how you get your 8. You put then you get your 6 upon 8 now. So you have your
Okay,
2.
so you
And
have,
then yes, and then you add the 5, the numerators to get 11 upon 8,
okay,
and then you simplify it down to 1 and 3 upon 8.
okay, very good. So you understand it. That's why I want you to explain it. Now you understand that you could not add the 5/8 and the 3/4 because the denominators are different. So you had to make the denominators the same, and that's what you did by using the least common denominator. That's 8. A number
Okay.
that 8 can be divided by 8 and can be divided by 4. Now you said 16. 16 is all right. It would have worked, but it wouldn't have given you the simplified version. Then you would have to then reduce or simplify the 16th to the 8th because
Okay.
most answers are given in simplified form.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Maureen, did you get that answer?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that was the March 10th. So let's look at our homework that I assigned for today. Okay. Let's go to a new share and go to our homework. Let's see if this is it. Let's share. I lost my homework today. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Can you see the 17th?
Yeah.
Okay. This is our homework for today.
That's a bit small.
Okay. I'll make it bigger. We're doing multiplication and division of fractions. That's what we went over last time. Now let me just make this bigger for number one. Number one is a multiple choice. Okay. Okay. Now, what's the main difference between multiplying fractions and dividing fractions? Now, Maureen, what's the main difference between multiplying fractions and dividing fractions?
Okay.
I just want you to tell me in your words. Now, I gave you 4 choices here, but I want you to tell me in your own words. What's the main difference between multiplying fractions and dividing fractions?
I don't know, but I said my answer was one.
I didn't ask for an answer, Maureen.
I don't.
You always like to give me what you want to give me, not what I ask you to give me.
No.
No,
What is the
just tell
main
me
difference
in your
between?
own words, what's the main difference between multiplying fractions and dividing fractions? And just tell me in
Okay,
one
when you
sentence.
multiply, okay, I don't know, but if you multiply fractions, you add, right? And I don't know if you're dividing, you subtract.
No. Mercedes, do you know the main difference?
I think I think divide, when you look at the list, you keep one side, change the sign and flip the other side, something like that.
I don't want something like that, Mercedes.
You want a mathematical
Okay,
word.
let me just put here. Okay. Multiplication.
And when you multiply straight across,
Okay. What do I do with fractions when I multiply? Mercedes, I ask you like this. What do I do with fractions when I multiply?
you you multiply you multiply straight across from one another. Like,
What
for
do I
example,
multiply? I want to use some math terms here. What do I do? Fractions have top number numerators, bottom number denominators. I want you to
so
use those terms.
you multiply the numerators to get the
Okay.
first.
So with multiplication, you're absolutely right. You multiply numerators, and what else do you do?
Multiply denominators too.
That's it. You got it. Very good. And you multiply denominators. Now that's for the multiplication, right?
Yes.
Now, what do you do when it's division? Let me just put division here. So that would be the difference. Now we can't do that same thing for division. So what do we do?
Division is you're gonna you have to remember the rules to keep keep one side and change the sign and flip and change the denominator, the numerator to the denominator, and the denominator to the numerator.
I don't understand.
I'm saying when you put out the fraction, you the first side of the fraction you're gonna you say have 4/4, divide by 6/8. So yes, divide by 6/8. You're going to keep the 4/4, change the sign, divide to multiply, and then you're going to put the numerator where the denominator is, and the denominator where the numerator is.
Okay, now what you said is correct, right? But let's make it simpler. The first thing you're gonna do is what? Now you can use flip, or you can use flip, or you can use reciprocal. That
Yeah,
means turn it upside down, right?
yeah, I remember the big word there.
You could use flip. Flip is okay.
But
Reciprocal
yeah,
of the second fraction, because usually we put these like side by side. So flip reciprocal of second fraction. That's your first step. And then what do you do next after you flip it, Maureen? I'm sorry, Mercedes.
um, you're going to multiply.
That's right. And then multiply. Multiply. So once you did it, you multiply numerators and denominator. You're doing it just like you did in the multiplication,
Yes.
which is what you do with the multiplication, right? So using Alva's flip, take the reciprocal, turn it upside down. Like you said, if you had 3/4, you make it 4/3. So the difference is you don't do this in multiplication, just straight out multiply numerators, multiply denominators. When you get the division, you get the reciprocal of your second fraction and you multiply numerators and denominators. Now, what we mean by second fraction, if you had
For example,
3/4. Go ahead, Mercedes. You want to tell me example?
yeah, the same thing. If you have 3/4,
Divided by what?
say divided by 6/4,
6/4. Okay.
put the
Wow.
division.
This okay. Now to keep this from looking like with the slashes, I'll put them in parentheses. 3/4. Bring this down. Okay, I put that in parentheses. 3/4 divided by 6/4, you're saying. So according to our rule, this would become what, Mercedes? That's a
The-
division. This would become what?
The 6/4.
No, this is a division, and we flip the second fraction, which is actually this fraction. This is the first fraction. This is the second fraction. So now what would this become after we flip and multiply?
It becomes a whole number. I don't quite remember.
No, I want to know 3/4 divided by 6/4. After you flip or get the reciprocal of this 6/4 and then multiply it by the 3/4, tell me what does that look like mathematically? What do I have here?
Oh, you mean what I'm looking at right there?
Yes, what does it become after it becomes a multiplication?
I would have like 18/4.
No, I didn't say solve it.
Okay.
4/6.
I didn't say solve it. I want you to write what this rule says. Flip this number and then multiply it by this fraction. So what does that look like?
If you like the numerator on top of the denominator, that's what you mean?
No. If I said flip it, then multiply the numerators and the denominators, right? So that means I've got to write the fraction 3/4, right?
Yeah.
then multiplied by what, Mercedes?
By 4/6.
That's it. That's all I want you to say. Okay. In other words, after you flip this second, we call it this our second fraction,
Yeah.
and then make it a multiplication, it becomes first fraction multiplied by reciprocal of the second fraction.
Yes.
Okay. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, knowing that we went through what we do, right? So now let's go back to our choices and you tell me which one is it. You have A, B, C, and D, right? What about A? You must cross multiply when you multiply fractions and not when dividing fractions. Is that correct?
You must cross multiply when you you must cross multiply when you multiply fractions and not when you're dividing. Oh, those are one of the answers.
Yeah, that's A.
Yes.
Is A correct?
Yes.
It is.
Hold on, I don't think I'm concentrating right here.
No, cross multiplying means you numerator times the opposite denominator. You know what cross multiplying is, right?
Yes.
So do you do that when you multiply fractions?
Yes.
Okay, well, let me just take an example here. Now, when you cross multiply, let's do this. Okay, let's take 1 over, and I'll do it like this so it's clearer. Now, let's take 1/8. I'll make this bigger after I put it here. And I want to multiply this, okay, times 2/3. Let's just underline that and put a 3 here. Now, what would I do to multiply this fraction? I'll say this. What do I do?
What would you do to multiply
1/8 times 2/3. I'll make it bigger.
okay, are you going to let 1/8 remain as it is? Hold on. You change. I don't see the division sign. So
No, it's a straight multiplication.
okay.
1/8 times 2/3. What do I do?
Cross multiply.
No. What was my rule I said for when you multiply in fractions? Let's go back up here. Multiply numerators, multiply denominators, right? That's the multiplication rule. So the numerators are 1 and 2. The denominators are 8 and 3. So when you're not doing any cross multiplying, means to go numerator times this denominator, numerator times this denominator. You don't do that when you multiply fractions. You just multiply the numerators and multiply the denominator. So what would be the answer for this one, Mercedes?
That would be 3/24.
Wait a minute, Mercedes. What are your numerators?
Okay, my numerators are 1 and 2.
Okay, so what's multiplying 1 times 2? What does that give you?
2 ones 2, sorry.
That just gives you 2, right? And
Yeah.
multiply denominators. What do you get?
8, 8, 3 is 24.
24. Okay. No, you don't see any cross multiplication here, right?
Okay.
I think you're getting your bow tie mixed up when you're
Mixed
trying
up.
to get
Yeah.
when you're trying to get least common denominators. But straight multiplication is just numerators multiplied put that over the product of the denominators. A product is what you get when you multiply, right? So this is just 2 times 1 is 2, 8 times 3 is 24. And then if you want to simplify it, it would just be what? 1 over 12.
Yes.
No cross multiplication. I'll say, is that clear?
So no cross multiplication
For
for the
multiplication. Multiplication is straightforward. That's one of the easiest fraction rules, right? Because you don't even have to worry about having the same denominators. Whatever you're given, just multiply. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and then you can do a simplification later. But you don't have to, you don't care if the denominators are different. Like in adding and subtracting, they have to be the same. They do not have to be the same in multiplication
Okay.
or division. Got it?
Okay.
No cross. So that means it cannot be A. It's not a cross multiplication. Let's go back up to our choices. It can't be A because we don't cross multiply. Now, is it B? You find this reciprocal of the first fraction when you divide fractions and not when multiplying fractions. Is B correct?
You find the
Reciprocal, that's like flipping the first fraction.
Yeah.
When dividing fractions, but not when multiplying fractions. Is that true? B.
Oh yes. I'm reading
I
something.
think it's D.
It's
Let me look at-
not B because remember I said when you flip the second fraction, right? Like dividing here, this is the first fraction, this is the second fraction. So you flip the second fraction, not the first one. Okay, so B is not correct.
Let us see or D then.
Which one you say, Maureen? Which one?
I say D.
D. I see it now. I just see it.
And it is D. You don't have to simplify when multiplying fractions. Yes, you must simplify. You multiply numerators, denominators, remember, then you simplify like we did when we had the 2/24. You will find the reciprocal of the second fraction when dividing fractions and not when multiplying. So the answer is D. So this one, let's put the answer here. Answer D. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, sometimes you have that division symbol, you know, the dash with the dot over the dot, but they always put that, the second one is the divisor. Okay, that's why they use second fraction. I did the slash, but it's still the second fraction that comes after the slash. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now let's go to number 2. And I'll put this all on one page and make it bigger. Maureen, did you do number 2?
I get help. I do my for my come. I might get help. Let's see.
You did number 2?
Yeah.
What answer
Number
did you
2.
get? What answer did you get for number 2?
I'm looking for it.
Area of a rectangle?
I think I give up on that one.
Oh, Mercedes, you can't do that. You know the formula for the area of a rectangle. What is it, Mercedes?
I don't remember it in my
I
head.
get out 7 1/10. 17.
That's right. 7 1/10 is correct. Mercedes, what's the formula for the area of the rectangle?
The rectangle. Length by
Keep going.
Length times width.
That's it. I said you knew it. So you know the area of a rectangle is length times the width. So area equal, and I'll put L times W, okay? Length times the width. So you're given the length and you're given the width, but they're given as mixed numbers, right? So
Mhm.
this is 4 3/4. That's the length. So let's just put that in. So for area,
Try to do it without mislead my. I have some card that didn't work. I mislead my card.
equal, and we put the length there. There it is, 4 3/4 multiplied by, and what was the width? 3 3/5. So let me copy this. 3 3/5. Now I want to multiply these. So what did you do, Maureen, to multiply?
I use my calculator, I multiply 3 3/4 by 3 3/5. I use my calculator.
Okay, you don't have a calculator. Remember, some of these GED problems don't allow you to use the calculator. This is one. You can't use the calculator.
Mental math.
So, Maureen, how do you work it out? You can't use the calculator on this one.
Well, you should have said that, so I didn't work it out the different way.
But you should tell me, how would you do it? You don't have a calculator.
I then able to multiply. Let me see.
Make your mixed numbers improper fractions, Maureen. So what would that first one be?
First one, it'll be 3. Or you mean the 4 3/3?
4 3/4.
Yeah, 4 3/4.
What would that be as an improper fraction?
4 and 4/3.
No, you're converting a mixed number to
Oh,
an improper fraction. So what would that be?
4 4s is 16 and 3 is 19/4.
That's it. I knew you knew how to do that, Maureen. Very good. Okay, now tell me the next one, what it would be as a improper fraction.
3 5s is 15 and 3 is 18/5.
That's it, 18/5. Now you made it as improper fraction. Now, what do we say with the multiplication, Mercedes? Multiply numerators, multiply denominators. So what would I do here, Mercedes?
You're gonna flip the.
No flipping in multiplication. Flipping is only in division.
Forgot. Sorry.
Remember, straight up. Remember, I told you multiplication is one of the easiest operations. You just multiply numerators, multiply denominators. So what would this be?
This one, I think you
So the numerators you multiply. What are the numerators, Mercedes?
the numerators are 19 and 18.
So multiply 19 times 18. What are the denominators?
The denominators are 5, 4 times 5 and 4 and 8 and 5.
4 and 5. So let me just bring this up and put the 4 times the 5 here. Okay.
So 19 times 18 is 342.
4 times 5. Sorry, not slash multiplication. Okay, so 19 times 18, what did you get, Mercedes?
342.
Okay, you got 342. And 4 times 5 is what?
20.
20. Now, what is that equal to?
that is equal to 17.10.
17.1,
10.
17.10,
When I divide
Seven-
this,
17.1.
17.1, 17 and
okay,
1/10. And as a fraction, what would that be, Mercedes? As a fraction, 17.1 is equal to what? As a mixed number. Be the whole number. And 1/10 is what is a fraction? One tenth, Mercedes. Decimals to a fraction. What would that look like as a fraction?
17.10.
No. You're converting the 1/10 to a fraction. So 1/10 equals to what as a fraction?
Well, I remember that one.
Now the math, what is it, Maureen?
5.
1/10 as a fraction is
A
what?
half.
1/2 is 5/10.
2/5.
2/5 is 4/10.
Oh boy.
It's 1/10.
That's what I have in my- I don't know why I'm so doubtful.
1/10.
It's just right. I'm looking at it and saying
You
it's
gotta go back to your
1/10.
place values.
And I know why I'm so doubtful.
1/10 is 1/10.
That's what I know. And I
2/10 is 2/10. 3/10 is 3/10. It's a part of 10. If you have 1/10, you've got 1/10. So what answer would that be, Mercedes? What answer has 17 and 1/10?
What answer?
Multiple choice. Number 2, multiple choice. What's the answer? A, B, C, or D?
I can't see them.
Oh, let's go. Sorry, let's go back up here. Okay, there we go. Which one? A,
Oh.
B, C, or D?
C.
C, that's right. That says 17 and 1/10. That's your answer. Questions?
I'm so doubtful, Miss Barbara. The way Maureen did it, that's exactly I'm doing it. I said maybe no, I'm wrong. I said, oh my God. I don't know why I'm so doubtful. Same way I sit there and add it up and do it and get it. And then I
Well,
just
yeah.
when I first get the big number, I said no, it's not right. I don't
Area is one of those formulas we went over. We've gone over before. You know that formula. And Mercedes, you told me length times the width. It's your length and width are given here as mixed numbers. Multiply, change your mixed numbers to improper fractions. Now you just multiply numerators, multiply denominators, and here you really just simplifying it.
Yeah.
342 divided by 20, 17 and 1/10. Maureen did hers on the calculator, and 17.1 is 17 and 1/10. Answer C. Questions on that problem?
Thank you, Miss.
Okay, so we've got a division. Now this is what Mercedes when you do your flip and multiply. So
Yeah.
let me make this bigger and I want you to do this one. Okay. 4/3 divided by 5/3.
4/3.
Flip the second fraction. There's your second fraction right here. First fraction, second fraction. Flip this fraction. That means get the reciprocal and then multiply.
Yeah, so you
So what would you have? Tell me what to write.
So you put down 4/3,
Okay, 4/3.
and that will remain.
Right, very good.
Then you flip. No, sorry. Then you change the division to multiplication sign.
That's it. Excellent. Becomes multiplication. Then you have what?
Then you're gonna flip the 5/3 to 3/5.
Very good. So far, so good. And that becomes what?
So you're gonna multiply now across.
Okay. Multiply numerators. So what would that give you?
Um, just a minute. The way you slash it, that's where sometimes I figure which one is top or bottom.
Yeah, well, it's just
5.
easier to put the slash than the underline. Okay. So this is a numerator and this is a denominator. So what's 4 times 3?
So 4 times 3 is 12.
Okay. And the denominators are 3 and 5. So what's 3 times 5?
That's 15.
15. Now it's not simplified, right?
No, it can be simplified.
Okay, so how would I simplify it? What number goes into 12 and 15?
3,
Okay, 3 into 12 is how many times?
4
All right, 4. And 3 into 15?
is 5.
5. So your answer is what?
B.
C.
Sorry, C.
Answer is C. Maureen, did you get that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Multiplication. Change the division to multiplication. After you flip the second fraction. So 5/3 become 3/5. Then it's just a straight multiplication because multiplication fractions multiply numerators, multiply denominators. Okay, Mercedes, very good. It's making sense now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Maureen, did you do number 4?
Number 4.
Yep, number 4. What kind of problem is that? Multiplication and
I
division.
didn't do that. Now 5.
Okay. All
I
right.
said Trevor.
Okay, let's figure it out. Read that one and Maureen, tell me how you think you would work it out.
It said Trevor paint 1/6 of his fence every day for several days. How many days will it take him to paint 3/4 of the fence?
Okay, so he's trying to paint how much?
1/6.
No. He's trying to paint 3/4,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But he paints 1/6 every day for several days. So we're trying to find how many days will it take him to paint the 3/4. This is how much he would like to paint. Okay. But he's painting at the rate of 1/6 of the fence per day. So what operation, Maureen? Every day he paints 1/6.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
He wants to paint 3/4 or 3/4 of his fence. So what operation would we use to find how many days it would take him to paint this 3/4 of his fence? What operation?
divide
That's it. You divide what?
3/4 into 1/6.
No, the other way around. 3/4
1/6.
is what he like to paint. So we take the 3/4. Let me take the division
3.
sign over here and divide it by the 1/6. Let's put
Why did you write the 3/4 first, miss? Instead of 1.
because if he
Bigger.
wanted to paint the whole fence, that would be 4/4. So you saying how many days would it take him to paint this fence, this amount of the fence, if he paints at the rate of 1/6 per day.
Oh,
Okay. Let's see if I can word this in something else. Okay, if you were want to do it other than painting, something that you would understand. Okay. Think of a household chore that you do, right? You doing okay, you're cleaning a floor, right?
yes.
And the whole floor we'll call 4/4. That's the whole. Now you can clean 1/4 of that floor every day, right? How
Yes.
long would it take you to clean the whole floor? How
You
long?
said, pardon me. You said you clean,
One
er,
fourth of your floor.
yeah.
Okay. You've got a really big floor. You can only do a quarter of it every day.
Okay.
Well, it may not be cleaning, it may be putting down what do you do with the floors when you put the that stain on it or whatever, and you can only do
Okay.
1/4 of it. And
Oh,
okay, but the whole floor is 4/4. How many days would it take you to finish that floor?
that's 3 more days.
How many?
3 more days.
No, it would take you 4 days.
Yeah,
Four
yeah. Because
fourths
you did one
divided by
already.
one. Yeah, 4/4 is
Right.
the total divided
Yes.
by 1/4, which is going to
Yes.
give you 4 days. And if you think of it, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 4 days,
One.
you finish the floor.
Why I say three? Because you did one already, and three
I
will
didn't
leave.
say you had done one. Where did you get that from?
I already did.
Mercedes, you putting things out there I didn't say. I didn't
Okay.
say you had done some of it. I said you can do
Yes.
1/4 a day. How many days would it take you to complete your floor? It would take you 4 days because
4 days.
each day you're doing a fourth. But how did you get that? You divided 4 by 1/4. So in this problem, you want to do 3/4 of the fence, but you can only do 1/6 every day. So how many days would it take you to do the 3/4? It would be 3/4 divided by 1/6. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah, it said 3,
3/4 divided by
4
1/6. What would that be equal to, Maureen?
divided by 1/6.
Convert the divisor. You do the reciprocal. So this becomes a multiplication of 3/4 times what, Maureen?
Yeah. 3/4
Flip,
multiply
yes, multiplied. Flip that second fraction. That becomes what?
6/1
That's right, 6/1.
divided by
Okay,
6.
so now you can multiply that out. 6 times 3 is what? I will just put it here. 6 times 3 equal what, Mercedes?
18.
18. And 1 times 4 is what?
4.
4. And what is that equal to? I think they gave you let's see what format your answers were given in. Okay, they gave it to you as mixed numbers and fractions and a whole number. So you have 18/4. So 18/4 simplified is what, Mercedes? As a
Uh,
mixed number.
that would be 4 and 5/4.
4 and
5
you had,
upon 4.
no, you had a remainder. 4
Yes.
times 4 is 16, and 16 from 18 is what?
Say it again.
4 times 4 is 16. And then
Oh,
you
I see.
subtract the 16 from the 18 and you get what, Mercedes?
2 upon 4.
Yeah, that's right. 2/4. And that's equal to what? Simplify the 2/4. What do you get?
1. Sorry, 2.
2/4? Not 4
No,
over 2. 2
no,
over 4.
1 over 2 over 4. I told you that before.
2
It's
over
6.
4 is what is a fraction, Mercedes?
So that I see.
1 over 1 over off.
2 is
1 over,
half of 4.
no. 2 into 4 goes 2. That's 1 over 4. 2.
1/2.
Yeah. I say half. I did say
Yeah,
half.
yeah. 2/4 is half. 2 is half of 4. So you're going to get 1/2 of 2,
Yeah.
right? So your answer will be 4.5. And what is that? A, B, C, or D? Let's look at our choices. What answer, Mercedes? There are your choices, A, B, C, or D. What's the answer?
B.
That's right, answer B. So this would be answer B.
Hmm.
Maureen, you follow that now? How you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, you just take the total you want to paint, divided by how much you're painting per day, make your division or multiplication, flipping the second fraction, and then simplify your answer. Straight multiplication, numerator times denominator, numerators times numerators, denominators times denominators, and then simplify it to one of the answers. Okay. Now, if the answer had been 18/4, of course, then you'd pick that one. But they gave you answers as mixed numbers and fractions and whole numbers. Questions on number 4?
No.
You
Okay.
know, Miss, before you move on, right there when you say 3 6 is 18. That's 18 over 4.
Yeah, 3 times 6, that's the numerators.
Oh,
4 times 1 is the denominators. That's how I got 18/4.
so when you divide 18, 4 divide 18.
18 divided by 4 goes 4
Yeah,
times, right? 4
yeah.
times 4 is 16, and 16 subtracted from 18 is 2. And you put it over the denominator, 4. That's how you got the 2/4.
Wait, go back there, please.
Okay. 4 and the 18 goes how many times?
Oh, you mean you multiply the 4 and the 18?
No, this is the division. You know how to do long division?
Yes.
Okay. So 4 and the 18 goes 4 times, right? And then you multiply. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 from 18 is 2. And that remainder 2 you just put over the denominator, which is 4.
And then you simplify again.
And then you simplify 2/4 to 1/2.
I don't know what I'm missing right here as you reach 18.
You're missing the 18?
Yeah, I'm
6
missing.
times 3, you got 18. That's multiplying the numerators.
Okay, you say 6 times
6
3.
times 3 is 18. That's multiplying the numerators. 4 times
Yeah.
1 is 4. That's the denominator. So do you understand how you got 18/4?
Yes, and then from there now, then get the rest of it.
Now,
Yeah.
you said you know how to do long division, right?
So you do division to get the.
So how would you divide 18 by 4 using long division?
Let's see now. You just say so 4 into 18. You say go 16. 16 times 4 is
Okay, you're saying 4. I don't have the division sign. So 4 into 18. Okay. I need a division sign here. I don't have one. Okay. 4 into 18 goes, okay, I'll just write it here. 4 divided into 18 and gives 4 and 4 times, then you do a multiplication to get 16 and then subtract the 16 from the 18 to get 4. So you get gives 4 and a remainder of 2.
Oh, and the 2 upon 4,
I think I
you
have on the
stop.
next screen, I may have some division symbols. So I could put the 4 division symbol and then put the 18. 4 is a divisor, 18 is a division, is the
Got
dividend.
it, Barbara.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. I think on my next screen we have some, I put some, I think, long division. But 4 divided 18, you get 4, and then you multiply 4 times 4, you get 16. 16 from 18 is 2. That's your remainder. And then
Yeah.
that you put it
Yes,
over the
simplify.
denominator, which is 4, and then you can simplify that to 1 over 2. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go to, I think we just have what, one more? Yeah, one more. Maureen, how would you solve this one? Make it bigger.
Okay, let me see. A team of runners is needed to run 1/4 mile relay race. If each runner must run 1/16 miles, how many runners do they need to run the race?
Okay, now I'm going to put this all on the next page, and you can see your answers. Okay. So how long is the race?
1/4 miles.
Right. Okay. Now you got a team of runners and they're running this 1/4 mile relay race. You know, the relay is one runner runs,
Yeah, give me
pass a
next one.
baton to
Okay.
the
Yeah,
next one. That's right. Okay.
I
That
know
makes
that.
it a relay. Now, if each runner must run 1/16 mile, so you got a team of runners, each runner must run 1/16 mile. So this 1/4 mile, that's the length of your race, right?
Yeah.
The 1/16 is what each runner, and that's what's important here, because you're trying to find what? Okay,
How many runners do they
how
need
many
for
runners you need. So what kind of problem is that? Just a minute, let me take that out. Okay, what kind of problem is that, Maureen? It's either multiplication, division. Which one?
Okay, if each runner has a division?
That's it. Very good, Maureen. It's a division. You got a total length of the race, and you got what each runner must run. So how would you set this up, Maureen? What's the total?
1/16.
No, the race is the total,
The
the
race,
1/4 mile.
is 1/4 miles.
That's right. And each runner must run 1/16. Where's that static coming from? Mercedes, is that you?
Pardon
Probably
me?
is mine.
Is that you, Maureen?
Probably.
Go to mute then, because that's static. Go to mute,
Okay.
Maureen.
Okay.
Go to, that's still here. Mercedes, is that you?
I'm not sure. I'm putting my phone on silent.
Go to mute.
Okay.
Yeah, that's you, Mercedes. When you go to mute, I don't hear it. What were you were doing something with static. It's not Maureen, it was Mercedes. Okay. So Maureen, what you said division, you're
Yeah,
absolutely correct. So what would we divide here?
we divide the 1/4 by 1/16.
Very good, Maureen. Excellent. So let's do that. I'll put it here, then I want you to divide it. 1/4. And let me get my division sign here. It's clearer. I had it over here. Okay, let me take my division sign. And then I want you to do the division. 1/4. Put the division symbol here.
Okay,
Divided by
1/4.
1/16, right?
Oh,
Okay, Maureen, do that and tell me what you get. Remember, you convert your division to a multiplication after you flip the second fraction, which is your divisor. So what would this become, Maureen?
1/4
1/4.
multiplied
Okay, 1/4 multiplied by what?
16 over 1.
Very good. So what does that give me, Maureen?
Okay.
I put equal, multiply numerators, multiply denominators. What do you get? Numerators are 16 and 1. Your denominators are 4 and 1. What do you get, Maureen?
1 and 1, that's 64.
Maureen,
Hmm.
your numerators. Okay, let me do this. When I have the slashes, I think it gives you a problem. Let me do it with the dashes. Okay, 1/4.
Mhm.
Just on the line. Okay, okay, this is times 16. Let me go to put my 4.
It's 1 and 1 is 1/4, not
Okay,
1.
that's, yeah, I know. 1/4, and then the 16 over 1. I do it like this, and it makes it easier to do the multiplication. Okay. Okay, let me underline this and put the 1 there. Now, Maureen, you can tell me what you get. Okay, just 1. Okay, multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. Maureen, what do you get? What does that
Okay,
mean?
1/16 is 16.
1 times
1/4,
16 is 16. No, you
mhm,
multiply numerators and denominators. So 1 times
yeah.
16 is 16. And
And
4
1 times
times,
4 is 4.
that's right. Okay. So let's just underline that. And 4 times 1 is
Is
4.
4.
Okay. Need an underline underneath the 4. So let's just take that out. And what's 16 divided by 4, Maureen?
4.
That's it. So this is equal
The 4.
4. So what answer is that? What choice
A.
is for A? That's right. So answer, I'll just put it on this line, is A. That's your answer.
Mhm.
Mercedes, are you there?
Do you still hear that sound?
No, I don't hear it now.
No.
Okay,
It's
I fixed
gone.
it.
I was, okay, good. So we just, did you follow what Maureen did here?
Yes, yes, I did.
Okay. The
Thank you.
1/4 mile relay, that's the total length of the race. and you've got runners running this relay. Each runner must run 1/16, so it's a division problem. The number of miles each runner must run divided into the total of the race, 1/4. So division of fractions, she flipped her second fraction and multiplied. 1/16 becomes 16/1. And then I put it as the 1/4 times 16/1 multiplication, multiply numerators, multiply denominators. Now do your division and you get 4. So you need 4 rudders for the race. Got it?
Excuse me.
Any questions? That's the end of the homework you had for today. Okay. Now let's start on what we want to do today. Okay. Doing a new share. Okay, do you see converting fractions to decimals?
Yes.
You see that? Okay. So that's what we will get into decimals. Yeah, I have some long division over here that of the symbol. Okay. Now, converting fractions to decimals. Let me just make this bigger.
That's one of my weakness, Miss Barbara.
What converting fractions? Well, you know, fraction
I will, I
is
will, I will know how to, like, I'm looking at those 2 quarter and 3/4 and then 75, but as soon as I start to get bigger or change it, I don't know why I'm getting confused.
well, you know, a fraction is a division, right? So to go from fraction to decimal, you just divide numerator by denominator. Now, some of them you know already. I gave you, you have that list of fractions, denominators, percent that I gave you. Did everybody have it? Okay. So that's the most commonly used. And actually,
Yeah.
after you use a lot of them, you sort of remember them, right?
Oh yeah.
You remember them after you use them. You remember them. And like I said, if you use money as a reference,
Yes.
you know, a quarter is what part of a dollar?
25 cents.
No, I say part. I mean a fraction. What fraction of a dollar? Mercedes.
Quarter.
A quarter is what fraction of a dollar?
A quarter is what the 1/4.
1/4. 3/4 is what part of a dollar in fraction?
75 or 3/4.
3/4, right? Or 75% or 0.75 as a decimal. And to get that 3/4, you just, that 0.75, you just divide 3 by 4. Straight division. Okay. So you should be able to convert fractions. You should be able to do it by calculator and also be able to do it by long division.
Okay.
Okay. And I have one here. 2/9. And here's a long division. 2 divided by 9. 9 into, and this is, you put a decimal here.
Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Chastity.
Hi, how are you?
All right.
What do you say that you sent out?
Yeah, I sent out everything last time that we went through.
But you said that you sent a what?
No, I sent out the whole session.
She's talking about the decimal,
Yeah.
Well, this is something we're doing today, and I'll send it out after this session.
Oh,
No,
You wouldn't have gotten this, but what we went over before, you should have gotten, like the homework.
no.
No,
but
she said that, Miss Barbara, like when you have the 1/4 equal 0.25. You give us something like that online?
I gave you a chart of
The
Yes,
chart, yeah.
decimals, percent, and fractions. And if you didn't get it, Chastity, I can send it to you.
Okay, please send it to me.
Okay, send chart to Chastity. Make a
Thank you.
Anybody else didn't get that chart? It has the most commonly used fractions already converted to decimal and percent. Anybody that did not get it?
I know
I
I
get
saw
it.
it. I wrote it off.
Mercedes, you got it?
Yeah, I saw
I
it.
get mine too.
Okay, all right. So I'll send it to Chastity because some of these, after you use them enough, you'll remember them. You don't have to go through and try to convert them each time. Like
Yes.
you shouldn't have to ever convert 1/4 to a fraction. That's just like 25 cents, a 0.25, right? 25 cents of a dollar, 50 cents. If you had 1/2, that's 0.50. So some of them you can just, just from mental math. And then once you do the 2/10, like 1/5, then two 1/5, 2/10, so 4/5, 8/10. Once you know one, you can just figure out the others. Okay, 3/5 would be what? 6/10. Now, I'm doing this long division, although the work that I give you, you could probably use calculator, but I want you to know how to do these things long division. Okay, 2/9, you want to convert this to a decimal. So it's just a straight division. 2 divided by 9. And you add the zeros, put a decimal. 9 in the 20 goes 2 times. 2 times 9 is 18. 18 from 20 is 2. And 9 in the 20 again will go 2 again. So 2/9 as a decimal, let's just put it here, would be 0.22. Questions on how we converted 2/9 to a decimal using long division?
So so when you do it like that, you put the answer as 0.22.
Well, that's what you get because you're saying 9 divided by 2. So you put the decimal. There should be a decimal here, right? And then you put the decimal right above it in the quotient and add the zeros, right? Because then you say 9 in the 20 goes 2 times. 2 times 9 is 18. 18 from 20 is 2. Bring down 0. And 9 in the 20 again goes 2. We could just
Goes
stop right there. So the answer is 0.22.
Okay.
This 0 here is just a placeholder. Doesn't have any value. Okay. Mercedes, that answer your question on the division?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Now, here's another one. 3 divided by 8. So 8 is the divisor, 3 is the dividend. Here again, we put the decimal, add zeros. So now we have 8 to the 30 3 times. 24 from 30 is 6. Bring down a 0. 8 to the 60 7 times. 7 times 8 is 56. 56 from 60 is 4. Bring down another 0. And 8 in the 40 is 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. And so that means that fraction, 3/8, and I'll just put it here, 3/8. Okay, 3/8. Let's bring that over. And that would be equal to what fraction, Mercedes? What fraction?
3/8.
With the one we got here in the division, 0.375, right?
Yes.
Questions? So 3/8 is a fraction, is just 3 divided by 8. Because remember, I told you a fraction is a division, it's a ratio, okay? It's parts of a whole, it's something that's on the number line. Okay, so straight division of a fraction will give you a decimal. You got it?
Yes.
So if you want to convert a fraction to a decimal and you don't have a calculator, just divide it using long division. But the
Okay.
questions I give you will probably be ones that you just use the calculator. But since I know the GED has some non-calculator problems, I just wanted you to know how to use long division.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions? Okay, so now you know the difference between a fraction and a decimal. So we want to look at adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing decimals. Now the key to adding the fractions, and this would, even if you're putting it on the calculator, you've got to put them in the order that you want to add them. You've got to make sure the decimal point is in the right place. So if you're adding two decimals, you want to make sure you have them lined up decimal under decimal. Okay, so
Yes.
let's be sure that's for adding and subtracting. Now let's just take this, let's just go to the next screen. So this is all on one. Okay. What is the value? This is an addition, right? So you want to add 4.136 plus 29.95. So notice when we line them up here, the 95 has 2 digits after the decimal point. So this one has the 4.136 has 3. So you just put a 0 there. Okay? Put a 0. Now you can add 0 and 6 is 6. 5 and 3 is 8. 9 and 1 is 10. 0, 1 to carry. 4 and 9 is 13. That one you carried is 14. Make this a 14. And then 4 and carry the 1, and that makes it a 3. So your answer is 34.086. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure you line them up. If you line them up, you'll get the right answer. Okay, now let's do a subtraction. Subtract 77.10 from 789.03. Okay, now they're lined up. 0 from 3 is 3. 1 from 10 is 9. Since we borrowed the 1 here to make that a 10, this is 8. So 7 from 8 is 1. 7 from 8 is 1. And we get 711.93. Answer of 711. I'm sorry, that's answer B, not A. Answer B. Questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, adding, subtracting. Line up your decimals, do your adding and subtracting. Okay, that takes care of adding. Now, if you're multiplying, the fraction, the product that you get must contain the same number of decimal places as what you're multiplying.
Okay.
So if you multiplying 3.18 times 0.06, you have 2 decimal places here, 2 here. Your product must have 4, because I said it must have the total of the number of decimal places of what you're multiplying. So when you multiply 3.18 times 0.06, you get 1908. It has 4 decimal places. That is the same as the total of the 2 here and the 2 here. Questions?
Go again, Miss.
No.
Miss Benz.
Questions?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, I thought
Go ahead.
somebody had a
Go
question.
ahead. The
Does
person
someone
was
have a
talking.
question?
Yes.
Yes, Mercedes.
You were saying that the answer to get the decimal point, we should do what for the answer?
No. I said your answer when you're multiplying, that's what the product, when it says find the product, result of multiplication is
Yes.
called a product, right?
Yes.
So whenever you get your product from a multiplication, your number of decimal places must be equal to the total of the decimal places of whatever you're multiplying. So here, 3.18 had 2 decimal places. 0.06 has 2 decimal places. That's like 2 decimal places plus the other one had 2 decimal places. And what does that give you when you add 2 and 2?
4.
That gives you 4. 2 decimal places equal 4 decimal places of the product. Okay, got it?
Yes, ma'am.
The number of decimal places in the numbers that you're multiplying, add those up, and that gives you the number of decimal places of your product. Product is what you get when you multiply. What do you call what you get when you divide, Maureen? Maureen, what's the
Huh?
result of when you divide? What do you call the result? We call it product in multiplication. What do you call it in division? It's called quotient.
Oh, quotient.
Right. And addition is called sum. Subtraction is called difference. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. So answer A. Now, number 4 is a multiplication again. Whenever you say a percent, let's see. That to the next. Okay. Whenever you see percent, find the percent of something, it's a multiplication. All right. Let's see. Let me make that bigger, because you'll have some percent problems. Right. Okay. What is 48% of 11? 48% of 11 means to multiply percent as a decimal times 11. So to find the percent of something, you're multiplying. So you change the 48% to a decimal. And how you do that? How do you change a percent to a decimal, Maureen?
But moving forward.
Yeah,
Okay.
there are 2 ways you can do it. And one is, Maureen, you were saying you move your decimal point 2 places to the left. So your
Yeah.
decimal point and 48% is behind the 8.
Yeah.
So if you move it 2 places to the left, it's in front of the 4,
4.
which is the same as really 48 over 100, right?
100. Yeah.
48%. Let me just put it here. 48%.
Mhm.
And let's just write it. Okay. 48% equals 48 over 100. I'm sorry, 48, not 46. And that's equal to the decimal 0.48. So 2 ways. Wherever your decimal point is in the percent, shift it 2 places to the left. That's the same as dividing by 100. Got it?
Mhm.
Okay. Now, 75 is 34% of what number? In other words, what number do you take 34% of and get 75? So the way you find that, you take the number divided by the percent change to a decimal. Make that bigger. Okay. And that number is 220.59. In other words, and if you could check this out, you could verify that, multiply 0.34 times 220.59 and you should get 75.
Mhm.
Got it?
Say it again, please.
No. Okay. 75
just the last
divided by 0.34 is 220.59. What this is saying, Mercedes, if I take 34% of this number, 220.59, I'll get 75. So I said, if you want to check it, multiply 0.34 times 220.59, and you should get 75. So if you want to verify that, multiply 0.34 times 220.59, and you should get 75.
Mhm.
Because 75 is 34% of 220.59. Is that clear, Mercedes?
multiply, you say multiply 0.345.
Well, let me just say what I just said. I said, if you want to check this, you take the 0.34,
Yeah.
multiply it by 220.59, and you should get 75.
Oh,
That's what it's saying. 34% of that number should give you 75. You have your calculator, Maureen?
yeah, I got it. Got it. I got it.
Got your
Yeah.
calculator? Did you multiply it?
Okay. Multiply
Times
220.59,
220.59, and you should get 75.
Yeah, I did.
You got 75, right?
Yes.
So you know your answer is right. That's how you can check it. Not sure of your answer.
Mhm.
Whatever you got as your number, take 34% of that number, and you should get back that 75.
Mhm.
Okay, I want you to solve number 4. 37.68 divided by 2.4. If you got a calculator, you can do it on your calculator. That bigger. 37.68 divided by 2.4. Tell me what you get. Bring that all over 1. That's a multiple choice. Find the value of this expression.
Yeah. 37.
Same. Okay, you see your choices.
See.
Okay, you can do it calculate if you like. You don't have to do the long division. 37.68 divided by 2.4.
And the answer is
What's the answer, Mercedes?
C.
What did you get?
C.
Okay, you got C. Okay, what did you get, Maureen?
C.
That's correct. Okay, answer C. That's correct. Okay. And there it is in long division. Okay. Okay, now I've got your practice. Calculator permitted. I want you to do these. Gave you that. Make it bigger. First one is a sum. That's an addition. $148.09
Find the sum of 148.
plus 5.675. Anybody got an answer on number 1?
Just a minute.
Answer addition. You can do that on the calculator if you like. If you want to line them up, do the by hand either way. Okay. Maureen, you have an answer?
Yeah,
What do you have?
C.
Mercedes, you have an answer?
For a sec.
You have a calculator, Mercedes?
Yes, but I'm just hold on. I was writing off of may I miss a number. Sorry. Just make sure my number is right. 0, 9,
Okay.
2, 5.6. Okay, 7, 5. Okay. So my answer is oh,
What do you get,
oh
Mercedes?
okay. My answer is D.
Did you put in the right numbers?
Yes,
'Cause
I
the
did.
answer is what Maureen got
Hold on,
is C.
hold on, let me check my number, make sure I have it right.
Put
Oh, I
it
made a
in.
mistake. Is right. 7. 1 carry 1, 6, 7. Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
have to
the
be
answer is
careful
really,
with your answer. You got what?
the answer is really C. Yes.
C, okay.
I forgot. I didn't carry my 1
Okay. The next one is a subtraction. Are you doing yours by hand or you doing it on the calculator?
by hand.
Okay.
I have a calculator, but I just want to use my
Yeah,
hand
well,
and
you can do it. Make sure you line them up, put the right numbers. Now, the next one is subtraction. You make it bigger. I want you to do that one. Tell me what you get. Now, notice what it says, subtract 1.365 from 1.683.
Mhm.
Say, did you have an answer?
oh, my answer.
Maureen, you have an answer?
I get D.
Mercedes, you have an answer?
Hold up, please. Hold up. 1 sec. No. Let me do this one over, please. Before you give the answer. Okay.
Answer, Mercedes?
Answer is D.
D, that's correct. Okay, that was subtraction. Let's go to a multiplication.
4.31
Okay, do your multiplication. Tell me what you get. Move
times
that over. 4.31 times 1.212.
Oh, yeah.
Maureen, what did you get?
I get 5.23. Okay. 522,372.
So what's the answer?
C.
See? Now say these, what did you get? Do it on the calculator.
5.22.
5.1.
That's
What did you get, Mercedes?
5.22.
5.22.
Yes,
That's not one of
that's
your choices.
let me do it again. I'm reading the calculator. I don't know why I'm getting this. Let me do it again. And I tell me the number
4.31 times 1.212. Should have gotten
time.
what Maureen got.
Maybe I missed a number.
5.22372 is the answer.
Hold up, please. One. I think I missed a number. Point 1, 2. Why am I getting this answer? I have 4.34. Oh, that's right.
4.31.
Ah, I'm sorry.
You have to be careful to put in the digits you're looking at. 4.31
It's a
times
miss of
1.212.
a miss of my finger. Maybe 1 at 34. That's why I didn't get the right answer.
4.31 times 1.212. What did you get, Mercedes?
Okay. 5.26. What am I? What's going on with my calculator? I have 4. Let me go back again.
Okay.
4.31. I'm just keep missing and putting this 4 in there. I'm sorry. Point.
Maureen, go to the next one. 6.10 divided by 0.05. Mercedes, you tell me what you got on number 3.
You move the screen so I don't see the number. Times 2.
Okay, let me go back up. Maureen, you got that other one? 6.10. Okay.
Yeah.
4.31 times 1.212. Mercedes, what did you get?
I got 5.22 again.
Well, your calculator may not be set up to give you all the digits. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll talk later as to how you should set up your calculator so you get the 22372.
Okay.
Okay, because there are options where you can let it round to these two positions, but there's a way you can set it up where you get the whole answer. Okay, but 5.22 is not one of the answers, so you know that the closest one to that is the C. So, right?
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to 6.10 divided by 0.5. Maureen, what did you get?
12.2
D.
D.
Okay, let's all right, answer D, that's correct.
Yes.
Okay, Maureen. Okay, Mercedes, do that one. Maureen has the right answer, 6.10.
I got it.
You got it? Okay. All right, so let's go to the next one. This is a word problem. Make it bigger. Maureen, how would you solve this one? Just tell me in words how you would solve it.
Okay. What is the average speed in miles per hour if a plane flew that amount of miles in 5.6 hours? So I would divide,
That's right. Division, you divide what?
yeah, 1898.4 by 5.6.
That's right. That's exactly what you would do. Okay. So do that. You divide the 1/8, the number of miles, 1898.4 divided by the number of hours. That would give you the speed in miles per hour. Okay. Let's see. Make that bigger. Mercedes, put that in. Tell me what you get.
339.00.
Okay. 18. Let's see. 1898. Let's put that in. Okay,
Point
1898.4 divided by 5.6. What did you get?
339.00.
Okay, so you'd get 339. That's equal 339
Point.
mph, miles per hour. That what you got,
Mhm.
Maureen?
Yeah.
Okay, that is correct. And I think we have one more. Okay. Okay, Mercedes, read that one. Tell me how you would solve it.
Erica is working on 1 year payment plan for a new bicycle. The bicycle costs $275. Tax on the purchase is 11%. She will make 12 equal payments and do not have any additional interest. How much is each payment to the nearest dollar?
Now, sometimes we have problems as setups. I just want you to tell me in words how you would solve this.
I would have to let me see, she make 12 equal payment. I would have to do, hold on, tax on purchase is 11%. First, I will remove the tax, the amount for the tax, 11% of tax out of the total. And then I
Why
would
would you
divide,
remove it?
huh?
When
You
you
want me
go in a
to,
store and they say tax on something, don't they add that to what you're paying?
yeah,
So you've got to get 11% of the bicycle
yeah,
cost and
first.
add that to the 275.
Could you send up the numbers, the answers?
Oh, Miss Barbara, I'm trying to say it the way you say it, but I'm saying it a another way.
Okay, go ahead and say it.
Well, I'm saying another way, like get the percentage, the amount of percentage cost from the $275. So I would have to find out how much is 11%. Am I correct?
Yeah, you got to find 11% of 275. That gives you the amount of the tax.
Okay, let me do
So
that.
that's a multiplication.
Yeah.
Okay, Maureen, you wanted to see the answers? Okay. Okay. A, B, C, D. There's the answers: 20, 23, 25, and 30. Maureen, did you get one of those?
Okay, hold on.
Can you browse on a little bit, Miss Barbara? Let me look back at that. Yeah.
Okay. You got the course,
Cost
275.
is
That's something you
275.
need, right? You've got the tax. Tax, 11%. That's something you need, right? Just underline what you need. And you're making 12 equal payments. 12 equal payments. So that's what you need to solve. So in words, Mercedes, what would you do? Just tell me what you would do to solve it. You said take the tax of the 275. And what else would you do?
And then add that the amount that I got to 275,
That's correct. And then what would you do?
divide divide the amount, the total amount by 12 to see.
That's it. You're absolutely correct. Now do that and tell me what answer you get. You said exactly what you're supposed to do. Now do that and tell me what you get. Okay, let me put these answers
What my
all
answers?
on one page and you tell me what answer you got. Maureen, you have an answer?
I get B, but I don't sure if it right.
Me too. I'm done first. I stop.
Okay, Mercedes, do what you just told me in words. And if you do that, you'll get the right answer.
Okay. But I'm not sure that the amount that I get for the 11% is correct. I got 30.25.
That's the tax. And you add that to 275.
Yeah.
Did you add that to 275?
Yes.
And then divide that by 12.
Okay, let me go back there.
Yes. In words, what you just told me is absolutely correct. So when you divide that by 12, what do you get?
I take it up a screen because I want to do it over because I get become doubtful of my answer. And it's true down again. Okay, all right. 275.
11% of it. And you added that 11% tax to your 275. And then you say you divide the total by 12. So what was your answer?
All right, let me go back, please. 0.
Do exactly what you just said in words. Do that as your calculation.
So I got 305.25 for the total amount, and then I want to divide.
Divide that by 12. Divide that total amount by 12. And what do you get?
I got 25.44.
So what's the answer?
C.
C. Maureen, how did you get B? C is correct.
Oh,
When you got 11%, okay, 11% of 275, and that was equal to 3025, right, Mercedes?
yeah.
Okay, that's 3025 decimal point. Okay, then you add that 3025 to the 275. So you said 275 plus 3025. That gave you what? 305.25.
Yes.
And then you divide that 305
Yeah, 25, yeah.
25 but divided by 12, and you got what was Mercedes said she got
Yeah, it's 24, yeah.
25.44.
Mm-hmm.
25, and then you round that off to
Yeah, I got
the
it, yeah.
dollar. You got it?
Yeah.
So that was 25.44, and rounded to dollars is 25. Because remember to go to
I know.
26, this would have to be a 5, right?
Mhm.
So because that's not,
Questions?
No.
no,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, so we're gonna stop here and we'll do commission and we'll do profit and loss next time. And so then you'll have homework on what we went over today.
Okay.
Any questions on
No.
anything we've gone over? Any questions?
No,
Look at
thank
it, though.
Okay, now when I send you a homework, you can send me, like I said, you can text me answers or email me answers and I'll send you back results. Mercedes, look at what I sent you about a college prep and send me another answer, another set of answers on that. I sent you the what?
Is Barbara?
Yes.
I had went into the website, right?
Oh, yes,
But I,
the
but
$11.99.
yeah, but they said you say that they say I can get in. So I called yesterday